Prime Minister Mr. Stanley Baldwin speaks to the electors through Pathe Gazette.
There are a million good reasons why you should support the national government. They are to be found in the homes where, owing to the trade revival, a million breadwinners are now drawing a regular wage instead of searching for work. The government's first aim is to keep that trade revival in being. But I warn you that the opposite will happen if confidence is shattered by political upheaval. Our second aim is social improvement. Our housing and slum clearance campaigns are already far beyond anything that has ever been attempted before. We must push ahead with them, and in addition, we want to build up a fitter nation by expanding our health and educational services. Above all, we desire to go on working to maintain world peace and strengthen the League of Nations. But it is clear from recent events that both our own influence in the world and that of the League itself will be weakened unless we make good the gaps in our defenses. I will never stand for a policy of great armaments, and I give you my word, and I think you can trust me by now, that our defense program will be no more than is sufficient to make our country safe and enable us to fulfill our obligations. That much we must have. We are passing through difficult times. The country needs well-tried and experienced men at the helm. It is no time for weak governments. The nation cannot afford to embark on reckless experiments which would take us back to the days of financial crisis. Today, our country is leading the world on the path of progress and recovery, and let us once again unite to keep her in that proud position.
Mr. C.R. Attlee has been the leader of the opposition in the House of Commons since the resignation of Mr. Lansbury.
The government's election programme, apart from increased armaments, consists of promises to undo some of the evil things they have done and to do some of the many things which they have neglected. They had, you must remember, absolute power in both houses of Parliament. They could have raised the school age, given nursery schools, unified mining royalties, or altered the conditions of unemployment benefit. They did not do those things before. Is it likely that they'll do them now? There's no need of an election to get these things done. The real object is for the government to have a free hand to increase armaments. It is suggested that this is needed so that the country may do its duty in the League of Nations. But really, the government is yielding to the long-continued clamour of the Conservative Party. The fact is, the government has made a complete mess of foreign affairs, and now it's calling upon you to pay the piper. Just as the last election, the poor had to pay the price for the breakdown of the money-lending system. Big armaments will never give peace. They only increase the danger of war. Labour's policy is the true national policy. They will organise the resources of the nation in the interests of all, and they will cooperate with all other nations in securing peace and in building up a cooperative commonwealth in which all the peoples of the world will enjoy the fruits of the earth.